Hello again. You might remember my couple of videos ago, I talked about how I wanted to talk about my dreams since I'm a very vivid dreamer. And that's this video. I might try to edit this video a little bit too, so if you see those, you see those. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, let's start with the big part. I've talked about this before, but sometimes I'll get like sleep paralysis. And I think it was either this week or last week, I got it again, but more of an auditory sleep paralysis. So I'm struggling to sleep. And like I'm rolled, so my bed is against the wall, which I know like is a hot take for people because people hate having their beds against the wall, but I love it. But I'm facing the wall, right? And I was struggling to sleep, but I was in like the sleep trance mixed with the awake trance, which is like prime sleep paralysis territory. So like I remember I was in bed, right? And I could feel like what felt like someone crawling into my bed. And like, I thought it was my dog because my mind's still running, but I'm basically asleep. And I thought it was my dog, but like my dogs are not that gentle when jumping onto my fucking bed. So I was like, okay. So like, I have enough physical control of my body to like scoot backwards to like kind of push them off. And then, I just hear like something whisper in my ear. I forget exactly what it was. It was like, don't put your bed on the floor. Like, don't fall on the floor. Don't put your bed on the floor. Something like that, right? And like, I'm like, who the fuck is whispering in my goddamn ear? So like I said, I'm still conscious, but like I'm still kind of asleep. So it's like a weird mix, right? And then like, I know, but like now I can recognize sleep paralysis, right? So I can kind of get myself out of it. So like I try to like struggle to like wake myself up. And then I do wake up and I turn around. And of course there's not a single being, person, not even a fucking ghost behind me. It was nobody. So who the fuck whispered in my ear? My brain, probably. Because this is not the first time I've had an auditory illusion before. I had one where I had this one song from one of my favorite artists like stuck in my head like a couple years ago, like 2020 probably. Don't ask me how I remember the year, but like I could remember like have someone like singing the song in my ear, and they got closer and closer and closer, and like I could hear them whisper into my ear the song. But yeah, I've had auditory sleep paralysis demons before. I've had visual ones too, and I've talked about it before. But yeah, that was that. The other cool aspect about dreams is dreams. So I can kind of dream lucid, but not really, right? So when you think lucid dreams, you think of someone who can like control their dreams, right? And I don't take control of my dreams. I know I'm dreaming, but I don't take control of them. And I think that's a conscious choice by me. Cause like, I'll literally like have a dream. I don't even know how to describe this. It's like I'll have a dream and I'll have a moment that happens that like makes me realize it's a dream. And then I just accept it. You know what I mean? It's like, or I'll notice it's a dream and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'll just go back to being a dream. Like, it's like, I literally say my dreams are movies because like, I'm just watching a movie while I sleep, like dead ass. So I had a really good dream this week. I think it was this week. It was either like late last week or early this week, but it was an amalgamation of like everything I've taken in of that week. So I don't remember the exact details of it, but I remember like I remember parts of it, not the entire thing. Let's put it that way, right? So I remember it was kind of like so the other thing, there's a lot of explanation that's required for this. The other thing is I usually dream in the first person, but I sometimes dream in the third person, but sometimes the third person melds into me being the first person. So it started off as like a group of superheroes and they were like swinging across like, underneath a bridge. There was like rafters and like you swing across it. And like, I remember I was like third person, one of the superheroes, but then I became the superhero. And then like we would execute these plans of like heist or some shit. I think it was heist or like military service or some shit, right? But then there's one time everything went wrong and we were like found out and like people started dying. So we had to like run and hide. And then we had to like find their secret base. And then like we go out into the town. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the swinging part I got because I was watching Attack on Titan. So that's the swinging part. And then we had to go to out into like the city to find like their secret base. And like we're walking around the city and I see a flash, like a sniper barrel flash. You know, you play video games and like someone aims at you with a sniper, you can see their flash from the reflection. I saw it on the top of a clock tower, and I got that because I played the entirety of Sniper Ghost Warrior, which I did not talk about in my last gameplay video, but I'll talk about it next week. I just remembered. But I played Sniper Ghost Warrior, and whenever someone aims at you, they flashes their the light from the scope. So I saw that and I like zoned in on it. But also for some reason, the people who were with me, I had So there's a game that came out recently that I didn't really like that much, but it's a good game for some people. It was an Indiana Jones game, and the Indiana Jones was obviously Harrison Ford, but obviously he's not acting in it, so it's Troy Baker who does a Harrison Ford impression. So the person who was with me was the video game Indiana Jones voiced by Troy Baker, and I know it was Troy Baker because it was literally Troy Baker himself, but like in the Indiana Jones costume, and I was asking him voice acting questions about how he got into character to be Indiana Jones. So it was like he was Indiana Jones, but he was also Troy Baker at the same time, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but that's what it was for me. But like he was my assistant, and I don't really remember exactly what else happened. I think I woke up around that time, but it like, so I got Indiana Jones from the video game that I played, but also I was listening to a podcast talking about how good of a job Troy Baker did as Harrison Ford, who was Indiana Jones. So it was like I said, the amalgamation of multiple dreams melding into one dream. That was that dream. And then, yeah, I have like spooky dreams sometimes. I have action dreams. I have like, the one I have a lot is school stress dreams. I get school stress dreams a lot, like at least once a week, where like I just had one where like I was in, it was like a mix of my high school campus and like another campus, but like the one I always have is like I'll have a class and it's like I was assigned homework, and then like I was like, oh, I didn't do the homework. I didn't even know there was homework. I had that kind of, I don't remember exact details of the one I had this week. I know it was different. I just don't remember why it was different. Yeah, that's kind of it for Dream Talk week 1 or month 1. I don't know how often I'm gonna get cool enough dreams to talk about, but yeah, I'm a very vivid dreamer. Let's put it that way, right? But yeah, I don't remember, so we'll just end this video. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.